Here's a question for Andy here.
Yes.
You may not have been at every desert bus, but you are one of the OG desert busters in that you were at Desert Bus 2.
I was at Desert Bus 1.
You were at you were at Desert Bus 1. That's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're just wondering. They're asking if you have any interesting stories or memories about the elden days of Desert Bus.
Oh gosh, well, I'd have to shake up the old thinker there and see if I can recall anything. Well, the year was 2007. This was a couple of years before electricity. And we had to do our best. I remember it was, the way I explained this to people, is that back in 2007, I heard they were doing this. I wasn't involved beforehand, but about a day or two into it, I remember it was snowing in Victoria, and I knew that they were on that house on Foul Bay Road, and I thought I should visit my friends and support them in their thing. So I went to the Safeway, and Eric has just been activated.
Carry on.
And I got so there, and we're all like 12 years old or something. We're in our early 20s. So I went to the Safeway and got a huge bag full of donuts. It's like, this will be great. They'll love this. And I trudged through the snow and in the night to get to that house. And everyone else had the same idea. So they have mountains of sugar and cake. It looked like the fantasy of like a late 19th century street urchin. Just like, oh, there's mountains of chocolate and all this stuff. And they said, just put it on the pile, so I did. And then I sat down in their wood panel living room with a camera that was strapped to a stand, I think with like 12 dozen rubber bands. Just a single camera there, and someone playing. We had no idea what we were doing, of course. And we just I think I went on like a 3-minute improv that was the origin of the phrase Tucson or Bust that later became a song, and it was really great. It's real that there's the camera. It was really, no one had ever done that sort of thing before. The idea that you could broadcast video on the internet was my computer explode if that happens. It's overly heated, and it was incredibly fun and so momentous. I think there was a goal of $2,000 or $5,000 and blew past it to 22. It seemed utterly impossible.
Right.
And then they did it again the next year in a new location, and I did something that's probably I wouldn't do now but I wrote a one-man show of It's a Wonderful Life, and I performed the second one. I wouldn't do that now. But thank you all for listening who suffered through that. And yeah, I've since moved away from Victoria, but whenever I have a free November when I'm not doing a theater gig where I have to work 6 days a week, I like to come back here and participate in the madness. And half of it is just seeing my friends that I don't get to see. It's some really lovely people here, and they let me come in and
they put you with us.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I honestly like getting to spend just an entire week hanging out with all of my friends, especially because most of the friends I have in Victoria I made through Desert Bus when I first moved here. Is one of the big things for me. Like, I only get to talk to Mikey for 1 week out of the year. It's great.
Yeah. Wait, why is that great?
No.
and as we all get older, like some of us have children, it's as we get older, this becomes like a more rarefied experience where you get to hang out for hours.
I don't know how much longer I can even do this.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm still definitely committing, so...
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
If anybody wondering, there's a challenge here for the co-pilot to stand up suddenly but safely, then sit down and continue what they were doing without acknowledging it.
Okay, well done.
Perfectly...
Well, you just acknowledge... Oh.
No, dang it.
Posthumous acknowledgement.
Dang it.
That is